Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing, and today I'm delighted to get back on the channel. Ed Chattey, he's currently had three fights with one win, one defeat and one draw, and his next fight is it's a week tomorrow at the famous York Hall, Bethnal Green. And he's boxing Balraj Khara. And Balraj is currently six wins, two defeats, two draws, and this is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. And Ed, how are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thanks, Sam. Feel feel good. Just coming to the end of training camp now, and yeah, really looking forward to next Saturday.
Good to hear, mate. And yeah, explain how this fight's come about, and as Steve Goodwin has put in the Goodwin boxing post of announcing the fight, a real crossroads sort of fight.
Yeah, well, it came about because I lost my last fight. Um, so we decided that we go in the away corner and take 50-50 fights, and we were offered this opponent, which is the first fight we've been offered, really, and we took it. And yeah, it's a crossroads fight. We both of us need a win. Um, and I believe that I can win. And if I perform how I can perform, then I will win.
Yeah, you mentioned in our interview, I think it was in December. After your fight with Granham, you did say that you would be taking more opportunities, trying to get as active as possible, and of course 50-50 fights in the away corner. So is it less stress this time out, not, having to hassle with the tickets as well?
Yeah, it's very different not having to sell any tickets. Um, and it's a little bit different in terms of knowing it's a 50-50 fight. You're fighting, you're both coming to win, and you kind of you have that nervous excitement that helps motivate you for training. And I've really enjoyed the camp for this fight.
Yeah, and would you say, of course, sell it when you've got your friends and family there, that is something else, like you get good support, but it's sort of a bit less stress, when you're
Definitely,
selling the
it's
tickets.
definitely because you haven't got that figure over your head of like I've got to sell 60 tickets, otherwise, I'm gonna owe money or I can't box. Without that stress, it's a big weight off your shoulders. You can just focus on the training and yeah, the fight itself.
Yeah, and of course it's a great fight. Talk about your camp that you've um been. I see you've been sparring with a bit with Chris Davis.
Yeah, yeah, quite a lot of sparring with Chris. Been getting good sparring. Um, it's been a good camp. I've kind of just got back training straight away from the last fight, and I feel much fitter, stronger, um, better at this weight that the fight is at. 6 pounds heavier than the last fight, so I'm feeling really good about it. It's been a good, yeah, really good camp.
Yeah, and of course, Balraj Khara. Did you sort of know much about him before the fight got put to you, or not? Not really.
Um, did I? Not really. Yeah, not really. Um, I know he fought for a southern area. Um, but no, I didn't really know too much about him. I definitely heard of him and seen him around, not in the person, but I'd heard of him. Um, but yeah, my coach thinks that it's a good fight for me and a fight that we can definitely win. And yeah, I was up for it.
Yeah, 100%. You mentioned that I believe he's coming down in weight as well because he boxed at light heavyweight for the belt and he came up short against Timon Duglin.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he's gonna have a crack at super middleweight. Um, and yeah, it's he's an experienced, good boxer, and I'm gonna have to really be on point um, on Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some good fights. He got a draw with Navid Iran and that Timon Duglin. But what do you feel like? Yeah, I think this is it's a great fight for you, real 50-50 fight.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is a 50-50 fight, but I believe it is. And yeah, I feel I can win this fight. I feel I feel I've learned a lot from the three fights that I've had, bit more experience than I was, and I'm coming into it with a different attitude from the last three fights.
Yeah, and of
And
course, not sorry to interrupt. In those last three fights, you fought all sort of different opponents. Of course, Victor Edgar, very different to Robbie um and Jordan. Same with, Jordan's much different to Robbie and Victor and Robbie to them as well. And Robbie Chapman is a common opponent between both of you.
yeah, he is. He is. Um, yeah, he is. I think Robbie thinks it's going to be a good fight as well. Um, so yeah, it will come down to who turns up on the night and who performs, who wants it more. And I'm really, yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited.
And luckily for Robbie as well that he'll be there because he's fighting your former stablemate Mishak, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Mishak's second fight.
And what do you
That'll be a
reckon
good fight.
about that fight? And of course, Mishak for Edgar, so another common opponent for you and Mishak.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
because didn't you fight Robbie on your second fight, and he's fighting Robbie on his second fight as well.
yeah, yeah. It's a tough second fight. Um, but I know Mishak from speaking to him, he's worked really hard. He's trained hard, so he's given himself the best opportunity to kind of to win that fight. But yeah, it's not an easy fight at all.
And is Mishak is fighting super middle as well, like yourself? Do you know?
Yeah, he is. I think he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, do you feel like that's going to be a good fight, that one?
definitely, definitely. And Mishak always sells a few ticket what he did for his debut, and they brought a good atmosphere, really good atmosphere. And yeah, I think that'll be a good fight, cracking fight.
Yeah, 100%. Who do you think wins that, or are you going to stay on the fence for that?
I think I feel kind of on the that depends on a lot of things. But I think Mishak can win it. Um, if he boxes, then I think he'll win it.
Did you see and of course, have you been sparring with that Alfie Shrub as well? He's trains with Chris, well, in and around Chris.
No, no, I've not been sparring him. He's too light. He's too light. Um, just Chris from when I go down to his gym. But that's been great sparring for me because he's experienced. He's had I think 18 pro fights.
He's quite tall for the weight as well, isn't he, Chris? Just like Balraj is quite tall.
I think Balraj is actually a bit taller. I think Balraj is my height, 6'2".
Yeah, because you're
Um,
quite tall for the weight as well, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we've got a game plan, and I just got to execute it.
Have you seen weaknesses in Balraj?
I think everyone has weaknesses. I have, um, and it's down to me to kind of take advantage of that on fight night.
And of course, we mentioned it, a few minutes ago. You're boxing a former Southern Area title, well, challenger,
Mm.
and this fight's a sort of fight that can possibly catapult your career forward,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
massively as well.
It's a big fight. It's not gonna, it's not gonna be an easy fight. He's he's got the experience. He's been in good hard fights, title fights. It's not going to be an easy night at all. But yeah, it's massive. It's big for me. If I can win it, then I'm kind of back on track. So I've got to win.
But do you also feel like, of course, not many people step up in their full fight to a 50-50 this early on. So would you say the pressure is a little bit more on him as he has challenged for a title before?
Maybe, maybe. I feel like you know most fights you've got to win. It's like losing puts your boxing career on a totally different trajectory
Yeah.
compared to winning. So like you've got to win them all.
Yeah,
Um,
for boxers, you get certain fights where they go, "Oh, it's a must win," but you want to win them all. It's a sort of must win for every fight, really, is it?
so I lost you there. I lost you there, Sam. Say that again, please, mate.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, got you.
Yeah, I was just saying it's sort of, you get some fights where it's sort of you say, "Oh, this is fight's a must win," but boxers always go in the mentality, "Oh, every fight's a must win."
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, some probably more than others, but this, like Steve said about it, it's a crossroads fight. We both have to win if we want to compete for titles, particularly the Southern Area title. Both need to win it, so it's good. I mean, I like that's kind of what you want really as a boxer. You want to be in a fight that's really important and that you have to win. That's going to bring the best out of you.
Yeah, and do you feel like these sort of fights will get you like the best out of you, the best version of you?
Yeah, I think so. Think so. Um, I believe it will. It's there's more at stake, and yeah, it's a 50-50. So I have to bring my best. It's not an option. Got to just perform in the night.
What do explain to fans why you've got that little bit more than Balraj
I don't don't want to give
without
away the
giving
game
too much
plan,
away, you know what I
but
mean?
yeah, yeah. Um, because I believe in my ability. I feel that I've been yet to really show it, and
Do you feel like you
I
haven't shown
believe
your
that
potential yet?
yeah, a little bit, yeah, I do. Um, and now it's up to me to you know not making excuses at all. It's just I I believe that I can pull a really good performance out of the bag and beat him. That's no disrespect to him. I think he's good. He's a good boxer, but I believe that I'm better.
And how does it feel? Of course, you're fighting another good win fighter as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's like I'm in the away corner, but it's still at the York Hall. It's a show that I've boxed on before. Those GB series show. Um, you know, I'm really excited. I don't, it will probably be different to the three fights I've had before, where you're the ticket seller and you're in the home corner. Um, and I'm just, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. It's also 6 rounds. I feel that suits me better than 4 rounds because
Oh
I
yeah,
think I've got a
how's
decent engine.
preparation been different? Of course you're going from 4 to 6. Does preparation change uh, much from, boxing in a 4 rounder?
Yeah, not much. Just every spar you have, you make it 6 rounds, sometimes more. Um, in my mind, I just know I've got to be fitter than the previous fights. And I feel I've got to a really decent level of fitness. Um, and I feel it just gives you more time, 6 rounder, and you got time to work out what you've got to do to land the good shots and win the fight. You get more time with your opponent, and I think that'll suit me more.
Yeah,
Plus I think I believe in my fitness. I think I'm fit, so it's a chance to show that.
yeah, and again, it's a good night of boxing. So make sure you get down. People watching this, get down to York Hall. I believe there's an English title fight as well on the card. Meanwhile, you've got Ed Balraj, which is a great fight. You've got Mishak, Jamie Bradley. Big ticket sellers. There's also a heavyweight fight on the card, which people do like a good heavyweight fight as well.
Yeah, Who's the heavyweight fight?
I believe it's Tom Simmons.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's got a few stoppages. And then there's the English title fight. Yusuf Kamari fighting in that.
Yeah,
So
do you
it'd
think
be a
Yusuf
good,
would
be a
win
really
that
good
fight?
show. Yeah, yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
He's a good win fighter, is he? Do you know or no?
Um, he is, I think. I don't know. I don't actually know, but I think so from the promotion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're? I mean, I don't. Do you know when you're boxing, like roughly time, or do you know find that out sort of the day before and stuff like that?
Normally it's like a couple of days before, 2 days before they come up with the running order.
But do you reckon you'll be
Um,
one of the later ones on?
don't know. I think probably middle to late. Um, I reckon he'll sell a few tickets. Um, yeah, I'm hoping it'll be on a bit later.
Hmm. And
Build the atmosphere up.
have you got a final message to the York Hall fans who are gonna witness your fight against Balraj Khara next Saturday?
Yeah, and also just friends that want to come or are thinking of coming. It's a really big fight for me. It'd be really good to have some support there because I know he'll have support, and yeah, I'll put everything into training and give myself the best opportunity to perform well and be in a cracking fight, really. So get down there if you want to come. DM me, text me. Yeah,
And yeah, as always, Ed, do you want to thank the usual people? I know you've got a good team behind you.
yeah, yeah. Big thanks to Matthew Hurst and John Patterson, who've been in my corner and throughout my throughout my pro career, and have taken me sparring, and yeah, have always supported me and been there for me and coached me. And I feel it's our time now to kind of show that we've been working on. And yeah, just massive thanks to all the support that I've had. Anyone who's been to a fight, or the last three fights, anyone who's turned up, bought tickets, I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, hoping that there'll be many more opportunities for people to come down and watch, and I'll be in the home corner after this fight.
Good stuff, mate. And from me as always, I appreciate your time, Ed. And best of luck next Saturday. All the best.
Thanks, Sam. Cheers, mate.
Good luck,
Have
mate.
a good one. Cheers.